The Pope has landed in Egypt's capital. A historic two-day visit aimed at presenting a united Christian-Muslim front to reject violence committed in God's name. 3 weeks after Islamic militants staged deadly Palm Sunday church attacks in Egypt, Francis arrived in Cairo for a series of symbolic encounters with senior religious and political leaders, and to participate in an international peace conference. He will meet Egypt's president and the Christian patriarch Tewodros I of the Coptic Orthodox Church, and pray for victims of the attacks. Most importantly, he will also visit Al-Azhar, the revered 1,000-year-old seat of learning in Sunni Islam. He will meet Grand Imam Sheikh Ahmed El-Tayeb and participate in an international peace conference. After taking off from Rome's Leonardo da Vinci Airport, Francis stepped out of an Alitalia jet shortly after touchdown to a red carpet welcome in the early afternoon hours in Cairo. The goal of the trip is to take a message of peace to a country has been ravaged by Islamic extremist attacks, and encourage a culture of respect and tolerance for religious minorities, said Cardinal Pietro Parolin, the Vatican Secretary of State. The fundamental issue is education, and educating those of different religious beliefs and especially the young, to have great respect. Those of other faiths, Mr. Parolin told the Vatican newspaper L'Osservatore Romano. The question of language is fundamental. When you use a violent language, there is the danger that it can result in violent acts. After meetings with President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi and the Mufti, Francis will head to the seat of the Coptic Orthodox Church, which accounts for about 10% of Egypt's 92 million people. Francis and Tewodros will preside over an ecumenical prayer service in St. Peter's Church. The Coptic Cathedral was the site of a December suicide bombing claimed by Islamic State militants, killed 30 people. Francis has frequently spoken out about Christian martyrs and the ecumenism of blood that has united Catholic, Orthodox and other Christians targeted for their faith by Islamic militants. Mr. Parolin said he hoped Francis's visit might help convince them to stay in their countries despite the difficulties, and continue to give their Christian testimony in a majority Muslim society. While Francis eschewed the armored Pope mobile his predecessors used on foreign trips, security was visibly tightened for the 27 hours he will be on the ground in Cairo. Streets that will be used by the Pontiff's motorcade around the Coptic Orthodox Cathedral and the Vatican Embassy were cleared of cars, and police swarmed the upmarket Cairo neighborhood of Zamalek on a Nile River island where Francis will sleep on Friday. Police boats patrolled the Nile in front of the embassy, and security men were posted every 100 meters or so along the 1-2-mile stretch between the airport and central Cairo in anticipation of Francis's arrival. Armored cars were stationed in front of the presidential palace, where Francis makes his first stop. App.